Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here because tonight, whenever you're watching this video, whether it's during the live stream or later, I am pumped about this topic, but I am also more pumped about my guest. I have Jordan from Canucks Uncensored with me, and we're going to be diving into the Pettersson comments, and I'm calling this Petey's Revenge of the Sith. I don't know if you have any Star Wars fans out there. I'm a big Star Wars fan. And we're going to dive into this conversation about Pettersson. We're gonna see what he said. We're going to see what our takes are for him this next season. We know that he is one of the key people in our organization, and we need him to do better, right? And so let's dive into this. We're going to hit the promo, and I'm going to get right into it. Thanks so much for being here. Well, Jordan, I want to welcome you to the channel. You've been here before. This is you're a repeat offender. And thanks so much for joining me tonight, last minute and all, and I appreciate that.
No problem, Rev. Thanks for having me on. Yes, repeat offender for sure. Let's see what kind of offensive things we can talk about today.
Yeah, and so the reason I'm making this video is not to bash Pettersson, even though that comes very naturally for you and I, in the way of being critical. People have considered me and maybe you Pettersson haters. I don't consider myself a Pettersson hater, but the more it goes on, the more I lean that I'm not a fan. I used to have a Pettersson jersey. I sold it. I used to have a Pettersson rookie card, sold it. I did not think he was going to re-sign here. So when he signed this massive extension, I was sitting there going, oh, I didn't see this coming. And I got rid of all the stuff. So when you think about Pettersson and the career he's had so far in Vancouver, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are holy roller coaster, this guy. I'm not so off the bandwagon as you are, Rev, okay? As we all know, okay? I still have my Pettersson jersey here. Haven't sold it yet. It's still hanging up there. I'll put it on here and there. But, man, this guy, he's just been I guess the only word is like a roller coaster or just an enigma. He's definitely been that. And, and I guess his latest interview has had some of us chuckling. It definitely made me chuckle. I don't know about you.
Totally. And that's the thing about this interview that he had. And then I saw your video, by the way. I was like, I'm going to make a video on this right away. And I'm like, things have gotten busy. I'm in the middle of buying a new vehicle. You know what it's like going to dealerships. It takes 4,000 hours to even get to the right conversations.
Oh, absolutely.
And, yeah. So I find it easier to buy a house than it is to buy a car. Or buy a vehicle, especially for someone like you. But I was listening to that conversation he had about revenge, and I saw your video, and I thought, you know what, Jordan? It's an excellent video. If you guys are not following Canucks Uncensored, him and Witten do phenomenal work. Highly, highly recommend the like, subscribe to their channel, guys and girls, whoever's watching here right now. So when you, I don't know, what kind of feedback have you gotten off that video so far?
It's been a little bit mixed. We have the people who agree with me, and I mean, the main message from that video was, okay, Petey, you're saying the right things, you're doing the right things now. It sounds like you're doing the right things finally. And you know what? We can hear you talk. We can hear you say the right things, but you got to walk the talk, man. So it's been mixed. It's been mixed response. We have, like I said, the people who agree. A lot of people saying, well, I'll believe it when I see it. You can say revenge all you want and look like and sound like you're training and doing all the right things, but It's going to come down to what counts is on the ice, right? So we get some people who are on the board with us, but at the same time, we have some people who are, the PD police will come out a little bit and you'll be saying, oh, well, stop ragging on our superstar. He's going to have a bounce back year, which I do believe he's going to have somewhat of a bounce back year. We can only hope. Is it going to be comparable to the seasons past? Well, let's kind of curb our expectations a little bit. What do you think?
Well, that is the big question I want to ask the chat as well, whether you're watching this live or later. Will EP40, Elias Pettersson, have a bounce back season? And what does bounce back season look like? So a lot of us, when it comes to bounce back, would consider just a conversation regarding offense. That is what was lacking last season that we thought. There's also a different conversation about defense that we can get into in a bit. But that is the question, is when someone says, I believe that Pettersson's going to have a bounce back year. And I always ask them, what does that look like? So in saying, what does it look like? It always comes down to points in people's conversation.
Oh, of course. I think people are going to look at the point total as the first thing. I mean, how can they blame us for looking at the point total? For $11.6 million, man. We're not paying you to be a Selke winner. We're not paying you to be a Selke performer. Sure, your defense was good last year for sure, right? But that's not what we're paying for you, man. We're paying for you to get 90 to 100 points. I think that's what people expect. So, he's doing the right things like we heard. He's getting bigger. He's getting stronger. That's only going to help, right? This is what we've been wanting to see and hear from him. Take a page out of the Sedin's books, right? Get stronger. Get stronger on your feet. Stop falling down. That's what we want to see. I think that's what I want to see.
Yeah, and you're right. Okay, so the criticism comes because he signed a big contract and then literally, I don't know if what did they say? Crap the bed is the whatever the terms are they want to do, like just played terribly. Maybe that's the more appropriate way to say it. And we know that in order for this team to be successful this season and to make the playoffs, Pettersson will need to have a bounce back season. And I've heard you say, and I've heard myself say multiple times, and I want to make this very clear, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Jordan, if I'm misrepresenting you, but we both want Pettersson to bounce back. We want him to have a good season. We want this team to be successful, and we want this team to make the playoffs.
If you're a Canucks fan, of course you want PD to bounce back, right? What kind of Canuck fan would be saying, "Oh no, I don't want Pettersson. I dislike Pettersson so much. I wanted to see him do bad." Come on, guys, right? Who is a Canuck in a right mind right now? If you're a Vancouver Canucks fan, you want Pettersson to get better. There's no question about it. I'm having guys in my DMs, in my comments right now about my video saying, "Oh, you're not a true Canucks fan because you're hating on our superstar. You sound like a bandwagoner." I'm like, are you kidding me? I just said I want him to do good. So
I know. It's like right in the 1 minute video you pulled off.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't have to watch it for 30 minutes, an hour to figure that out.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like we're just critical. We both try to produce content that is honest. It's realistic.
Honest and realistic. Those are the two key words for him. Yeah.
That's right. So you're looking at this and again, back to the contract's massive. And they said, Elias, if you sign this contract, there's an extra pressure that comes on. Well, you're now top 5. You're now top 5 in the NHL in salaries. Okay. And you have the worst offensive season of your career, and it wasn't close. And so this is where people like yourself and myself have been like, hey, that's not okay. It's not okay. Because if Pettersson played better last season, and I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that he was injured. Okay. I think he did have some injury stuff he was walking through. But if he had a better season, I believe we could have made a stronger push for the playoffs. In fact, I think we would have made the playoffs. So
I can't disagree with a lot of things you're saying, Rev. That 100%. We need Elias Pettersson playing at his best, and especially if we're paying $11 million, right? You're not paying $11 million for 45 points,
right?
Like, I don't know before you, but when he signed that contract, it was quite the statement from management. Hey, we believe in you. We're ready to pay you up the wahoo. So, when the first case signed the contract, I was like, okay, well, I hope he earns it. I hope it doesn't get to his head. And obviously it's gone to his head just a little bit. What'd you think? Right? Like, I would expect that, it looked like a lot of us. Yeah. I would expect that, if you're getting paid that kind of money, and this was one of my concerns, he's getting that paid about that kind of money. But then he's paid up the butt, paid up the ass, set for life. Maybe he's not as motivated. Maybe he's not as motivated to show up for camp. Show up to camp prepared. Mm-hmm. And the whole JT Miller thing, we love to talk about him. There was a reason why he was giving him a hard time. He clearly didn't show prepared. He clearly showed that he wasn't putting in the dedication that he needed to, especially with a contract that big.
Yeah. And everything you just said, I agree with. So not that we're just, agreeing to keep agreeing and pretend like we're the smartest guys in Canuck land. We're not trying to do that.
No.
It's just that there's a certain circumstance here that we're like, nobody should be happy with it. And we know that Pettersson isn't. And that is why this conversation started and this quote. So before we get into the quote, can I ask you, what, in your opinion, does a bounce back season look like?
That's fair. I think that's a fair question. And I think a lot of people's answer to this is going to be different. I'm seeing people commenting on our socials and our comments saying different point totals that they would be okay with. I'm having as low as like 70 points. Oh, if you get 70 points, that should be good. Are you kidding me? I'm thinking more at least the high 80s, at least 90s here. We got to get back to that level, man. At $11.6 million, fifth highest player in the league, we got to be at least sniffing the 100 points. And hopefully he's done, the training, and he's getting set. He's getting himself stronger, and he's going to be able to do that. Well, because that's what we need. I don't know about you, Rev. I don't know how you're feeling about our offense this year. Sure, we've made some moves. Evander Kane has been brought in. But I still think, after the loss of JT Miller, we're still feeling the crunch. We're still feeling the crunch for those game breakers right now. So Petey has to be one of those. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah. So,
if he can get 90 points, I would be like, okay, that is a good bounce back year. That's about double the amount of points that he's got last year. So that shows that, he's done the work and he's ready to earn that contract. I would say, get us sniffing close to 90 points, man. Get back to almost, did he score 40 goals yet?
No, but I can bring it up in just a second.
Yeah, let's split up his stats right about. I don't think he's hit 40 points. He's gone probably close.
He came close 39 once.
There you go. Let's get you 40 goals. Let's get you 45 assists. You've got guys who could probably put the puck in the net like Kane. Sherwood's coming up this year. Who else we got?
Well, you've got Besser. You got. We'll talk about the line mates in a second.
For sure.
Okay, so my opinion on a bounce back season for him, for the revenge of the SITH moment that we'll get into in just a second, is I do think the point total's got to be higher. I'm with you. I would be 100%. More comfortable with a point per game guy at this stage with it being so bad. I'll even say 80 to 82 points would be a bounce back for me. I agree with you 1,000%. He needs to be in that 90 range for sure, if not 100, just being that how much money he's making. But I also believe that he needs to show up to camp prepared and ready. It looks like that he's there. That's another bounce back thing for me. I get why JT was mad. I get why other people may have been mad. They had aspirations of building on the playoffs success. And the third thing is, and I know everyone's going to freak out, Jordan, when I say this, but he needs to be a complete player, which 100%. Means he's got to be a better defensive player, and people are sitting there going, say what? Have you heard the comments from our management that they criticize Pettersson publicly for not being more of a complete player?
I hadn't heard those comments, but I'm not surprised that they're saying that, and I'm glad they're saying that, right? They're calling it like it is. They're not, well, first, they're not sugarcoating anything for Petey, and they're not sugarcoating anything from us. So I'm glad they're saying that. What being a more complete player, okay, what do you, in your mind, what does that mean?
Well, I know exactly what it means, because Rutherford was talking about it. Alvin had talked about it, and what they had said, and this is why I was shocked, because everyone defends Pettersson that he's the greatest, not greatest, sorry, my apologies. He's a very good defensive forward. He's a two-way guy that he's responsible that way. And I have noticed over his career that's been true, except for the last, I would say, year and a half, basically since the All-Star break. He started to slow down. I still gave him the benefit of the doubt, but then management said complete. They said literally, we know he can score points, but what we need is he needs to play a complete game, which meant he's not playing defensively well enough, which is shocking to me, because that's the biggest criticism to JT Miller at the end of his time with us. Was like, oh, he's a defensive liability. Literally, the guy who's paying, who's offered you the contract and is being critical publicly that it's not just about points, but you also got to play better defensively. I was shocked when I heard that.
Yeah, I'm surprised to hear that too, because if there was anything about Pettersson's game last year that was probably that we could say was his best about his game last year, was probably his defense, as sad as that sounds. But I only remember a few games where we were saying, oh, okay, Selke Peter Pettersson is back. Or maybe there was a few games against Toronto or something, or I remember a game against Toronto where they were like, oh, he shut them down and everything. But there was a few games like that. But we didn't see any games where he just dominated offensively. So for them to say that is kind of surprising, because I would say that his biggest strength for last year was his defensive game.
Right.
But I did look at his stats line the other day. He's like minus 20 or something, I believe it was. Let's see.
I didn't add his plus minus. I'll move this to this here, and I'll bring in his offensive stats. But we can also I can bring up his plus minus as well.
Plus minus. So they got plus minus here.
So
for last year,
yes, minus 10,
which isn't terrible, but it's you shouldn't, if you're a Selke, if you're such a good defensive player, you shouldn't be a minus player.
Yeah. Now, looking at this, he started well, right? 71, 78 games. He's 66 points. 2020, 2021 only played 26 games. We'll give him a pass there. 26 games, 21 points. But the 21-22 year, this is where I was like, I like that he's got 32 goals, 36 assists, 80 games, the most, and he only had 2 more points. This is where I was going, okay, I don't think they're going to give him another contract. And then he has the monster year, 2022, 2023. And what a year. 80 games, missed 2 games, and still scored 39 goals, 63 assists, and 102 points. You know
what's insane about that too, Rev? They missed the playoffs that year, even though we got 100 points. I find that incredible. Like he's your top guy, putting up 102 points, almost 40 goals, still can't make the playoffs.
And if memory serves me correctly, I think JT Miller had 99 points that year too.
I believe so.
Yeah. So that's wild. Isn't that
insane?
How do you have Pettersson and Miller with that many points,
with those kinds of numbers, and you still miss the playoffs?
So maybe our thing is that if he had a better year this year, we would have made it. Maybe that wasn't true. Well, we'll see. Okay.
Well, hey, let's go back to that. I would say, if Pettersson he got 45 points. That's disgusting. Okay, we add another at least 35, 40 to that. some of those games that we lost in overtime, maybe we wouldn't have lost. If his offensive production was up there, who knows?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I miss him being on the right side of the power play. The puck comes across and he just one times it, hammers it. He stopped doing that. It's like teams figured out. It was the Ovechkin on the left-hand side, and he made a living doing that. Now, Pettersson has now made a living doing that, as well as playing pretty good defensively. He's a great passer. He just really is. I would consider him an elite passer. And you're just sitting there and like, this guy's got skills. We know that. So it's amazing for two guys who apparently hate Pettersson, how kind we are and how much credit we give him for his skill sets.
Yeah. Look, we don't hate him just for the sake of hating him. Okay. Well, I don't anyways, but
I'm getting tired of him, honestly, but I'm getting tired of the way he plays, and I'm tired of that.
I'm not just tired of the way he plays, Rev. I'm tired. The whole last season, his attitude is not good. Very unlikable. Very unlikable for a guy who's making $11.6 million. Unacceptable. Storming off and having a tantrum because he doesn't like the question that he likes, or he doesn't like the question that he's being asked. And it just some of the things he was saying in the media and like the postseason interviews, just not much accountability that I was feeling. I was like, dude, you gotta stop blaming other things. You gotta stop blaming other people. Just take accountability. Grow some balls and start taking some accountability. And it's having a look at yourself that something's not working.
Yeah, and I have no problem if someone gets paid as long as they produce. That's it. End of story.
That's exactly.
I'm not gonna I get there's injuries, different things. I get it. But if you look 102 points and then 89 points and they are pushing to get him signed, they're like, I don't know why they wanted him signed so bad.
Wow.
It's like, did they want?
There's rumors and innuendo about that. So.
Right? It's like, did they think he was going to walk? If that was the case, it's like, we need to know, or else we're going to trade you. It's like, you had another full season. I think that they pushed and rushed this too much. And then it's like, why would you be rushing it? The guys, you're literally offering him top 5 money. And he's like arguing, oh, I want more. And then when they said, hey, listen, we got to deal with Carolina here. If you are not willing to sign this deal, we have to, as businessmen, make a trade. And then he signs on the dial, and he said, I always wanted to stay in Vancouver.
Wow.
I was just doing the negotiation game, which there's nothing wrong with that.
That's fine.
Good for you. Good for you.
He's saying what he needs to say.
Yeah. But that 89 points is deceptive. That is the beginning of terrible play once that all-star game hit. We had 6 guys. Right? And then Pettersson falls off the map.
Well, the worst thing about it is it basically happened. The drop-off happened basically right after he signed the contract. So what that tells me is here's a guy who is just being paid up the wahoo, doesn't need to, doesn't need to prepare. Where's the motivation? So it's very telling. It's unfortunately very telling that the drop-off started as soon as the contract was signed. And it was an eyesore of a contract, wasn't it, after what happened, basically signing it and then him disappearing off the face of the earth.
So one of the reasons why I wanted to show this stat graphic was because 2024, 2025 is literally an anomaly. He missed a whole bunch of games and did not produce to the level that he liked, where the fans liked, where management liked, teammates didn't like. And 45 points. I mean, he's never been that bad in a season with 64 games or more.
Dude.
Right? So
15 goals.
Yeah, that is the one that's the lowest, right? That's the one where I'm like, so that's where we're concerned. It's like, is this a trend? Is this because that 89, if you just look at the stats, you go 102, 89, he's going to bounce back. Well, he was ripping up the league until that All-Star game, and then he started chipping in little things here, little things there, and all of a sudden we're sitting there and going, wow, it was a year and a half at least, and the playoff numbers don't look good either.
Oh, he disappeared.
So we won't add that in, but we know that as fans, we don't have to go through that again. But this, I'm giving him a little bit of a, hey, you know what? You've never played this terribly offensively. I can see, even if you're at a 68, I still think that's way too low for the contract you give him. And he's going to have every opportunity, Jordan, to do it because he is going to be our number one line center.
Oh, we have no choice. Look at this. Okay. I see this 45 points. I see it as really, I don't think it could get much worse than that. So there's only way, really, we can only go up from here. Okay. If we're putting on our positivity hats here, taking our positivity pills, listen, 45 is probably going to be close to rock bottom for Elias Pettersson. Hopefully. Okay. And yeah, the trend seems to like he goes 66 points, 60 points, 21 points, sure, half a season. Okay. Comes back, does 68, goes back to 68, and then next year goes to a high at 102, starts to drop down. Maybe the roller coaster is starting to go back up. But you also mentioned something earlier, like you were saying that, teams maybe have figured them out. I think a part of it, that probably is true for sure. But I think he's also, just from what we're seeing, okay, he's the kind of player he is. He's not a JT. He's not a guy, there's something a little bit, I hate to use this word, okay? There's a softness to him, I think, okay? That he's not able to, when there's pressure, $11 million contract and you're getting paid up the ass and there's a lot of pressure on you, I think he's got a little bit of growing up to do to be able to handle that, to gain some maturity and handle that pressure. Right now, the pressure of the contract is probably weighing on him. That's what I'm guessing is happening.
Which
so
is fine.
Hopefully,
it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, so hopefully, right now he's saying the right things, doing the right things, apparently. Hopefully he's growing up. So hopefully we'll see the points come back as he grows and matures a little more here.
Absolutely. Okay. So let's dive. How long we talking for 27 minutes and we still haven't gotten to the Revenge of the Sith part. Jordan, are you a Star Wars fan?
I am. Yeah, I would say I'm a Star Wars fan. Yeah, I've seen all the movies, even the Disney sequels. Yeah. But yes, Episode 3 would probably be my favorite out of the prequels. So we got a little bit of Anakin Skywalker here.
Yeah, so the sense, and actually it's quite ironic because that's the classic line where Anakin yells at Obi-Wan Kenobi, I hate you. You're like, oh, Jordan and RevTrev are doing the same thing. No. We're just saying, hey, Anakin, Elias Pettersson, we've got the high ground. We've got the high ground. All the PD police, we got the high ground.
We got the high ground.
We got the high ground. Okay, I'm just telling you. We're warning you.
Yeah, you got to show us your lightsaber skills here because you've lost it, buds. Man,
I'm a massive Star Wars fan, and in fact, I just like them all. I like them all. I like every side stuff. I'm not picky. It's like if there's lightsabers and people shooting, things blowing up, and people fighting, and I love the characters. I love it all. Do I think some are better than the others? Absolutely,
of course.
But the Revenge of the Sith thing with Pettersson was just, I don't know, just popped into my head.
Oh, that's funny. I like how we try to relate these kind of things to our favorite pop culture things, right? Because I was a Shredder.
Oh, the Shredder thing was so awesome. And I'm thinking, how many people don't even know this? Actually,
exactly.
Ninja Turtles they made a couple awesome movies in the last number of years, so people will know who that is. So
yeah, they have to, right? Like when I heard him use the word revenge, I was like, okay, revenge sounds kind of familiar, and it just flashed me back to the second Turtle movie when Shredder said that.
Okay,
did you see I made that AI Shredder Pettersson in the Shredder costume?
That's amazing.
ChatGPT, man.
So this is what he says. He says. Okay, EP40 says this. I know what I can do. I haven't actually thought about it, but for my part, I want revenge. I'm not happy with the season that was, but it's done now. Then he goes on to say, there's no point in dwelling on it. I am learning from what happened last season to become a better and more mature player for next year. When you hear these comments from him, in all honesty, I know that you're saying talk is cheap. You got to put it on there, but isn't it what we want him to be saying?
100%. 100%. This is a lot better than what we were hearing from him the last season and his media. This guy sounds like here's someone who has had some time to reflect, had some time to maybe think about obviously his past season, but this is someone who is showing some maturity. Okay, after a bad season and after he knows his expectations on his shoulders, so he's showing especially us fans, that he's taking this seriously now. So this is very encouraging. I was very encouraged to see this interview, and I was like, yeah, I made fun of him a little bit for the words he used, for sure, right? But this is what we need to hear, man. As Canuck fans, this is what we need to hear. This is what we need to see. And well, like I said, I'm still saying talk is cheap. Let's see it on the ice, but this is good first steps before the beginning of the season.
The question that I think this is why you're making fun of what he said, because this is what I was baffled about. It's like, what does "I want revenge" mean?
Well, yeah, exactly. Who does he want revenge on?
Yeah, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Like, did you just now? Apparently, I read this incredible article from Vancouver's awesome Daniel Wagner, who's covered the Canucks for so long. He does great work, and he said, Pettersson, I want revenge. He wrote this article. I should post it in my notes on this video on YouTube. But he talked about revenge on the doubters and haters, and revenge on himself, revenge on JT Miller, petty revenge against the system. And then he said John Wick. And so did you accidentally or otherwise do something bad to Pettersson's dog? Because if you did, look out, and it's an excellent article. That's because I think he's also saying, what in the world does like revenge of what?
Yeah. Okay. Like, obviously, I guess we can assume he wants, I guess it's way of his saying that he wants redemption.
Yeah.
He wants to prove himself.
The wrong word.
Yes. Yes.
The wrong word.
English is his second language. So,
Apparently the word that he used in Swedish meant a lust for revenge, which makes it sound even worse. But it's this desire for revenge. Like but the problem is, it's like, dude, I don't even know. I think this is good. I don't know. I think this is a good thing that you want to do better. And this is where he clarified it. I'm not happy with the season that was. It's done now. There's no point in dwelling it. I'm going to learn from it. And I want to be better. And I want to be a more mature player. I like that. I liked it too. I love it. But let's just hope it's just not lip service. Okay. Show us what you're doing. It's like when your parents are getting mad at you, right? Or your teacher's getting mad at you, right? You got to show that you understand what's going on. I mean, he's saying the right things, like I said. But for me, talk is cheap, man. You can say all you want that this is going to happen, but we got to see it. We got to see it come to fruition. I hate coming back to it. The Sedins did the exact same thing. They didn't have crap seasons and show bad attitude though. They were always class acts all the time, but they worked their ass off to make themselves better, make themselves stronger. So hopefully he's taking a page out of their book, even though they may not have a relationship or whatever. But hopefully he's like learning something from somebody. Yeah, this is the hope. So now I did a funny video a long time ago about excuses regarding Pettersson, and I made a notes and I literally started scrolling it. All the different excuses. I thought that was going to go viral because it's just so many excuses. Okay. So excuses from him, you're saying? That people have said. That So for example, I was injured. People had said his line mates weren't good. The rift with JT Miller, the coach was too mean. Whatever it was, there was a huge list. And I'm literally scrolling through, and at the end I put one last thing. I can't remember Rick Tocchet was too harsh or something like that. And it was just this huge thing. But I like what I'm hearing here. And what I'm seeing is like he's putting in the work. If he's put on muscle, like he said, and I don't know how much that is, it's hard to put on muscle and gain weight by muscle. So that's great. I mean, good for him. I would expect that. I'm just saying for 11.6 million a year. I'm just saying. This is what
isn't it funny, Rev? Right? This is the kind of thing we should be getting anyways. We shouldn't be like happy that this is happening or that, oh yeah, we're getting something treat here. No, this is what we expect from you, right? This is what we expect from an $11 million player. Thank God you're getting it right now, right? But, you know, for us to be all, you know, excited that he's doing this and actually showing that he's putting in the work, well, you should have been doing this from the first place, right? We this narrative out there that, you know, when you had a bad season, sure, everyone can have a bad season, all right? But we shouldn't even be having so much fun with this as much as we are.
All right, everyone. So the big question is, who will Pettersson's line mates be? And that's a great question to ask. I think that it's something we have to consider. But because he's the number one center, he will be able to play with a whole bunch of different guys and try to have good chemistry. Jordan, I'm just going to bring up here what Daily Faceoff has, which I don't know if that is what will be, but it's a good start. It's a good start.
Yeah, let's have a look.
And so these are the forward lines. I hope this comes up properly. Yeah, it does. Great. Right. So right now they have DeBrusk, Pettersson, and Besser. That's a solid line, in my opinion.
It is. Yep.
I do think that they might throw Kane up there as well.
Totally. I'm hoping I see that. I think from what I understand, Kane is a trigger man. He can be. And we need, if Pettersson can start setting him up, that'd be awesome.
And Pettersson used to play really great with Besser.
Yeah.
But it seemed like Brock and JT Miller had better chemistry.
100% they did.
It does, like, I honestly think it's unfortunate that when we moved on from Kuzmenko, he was incredible with Elias Pettersson, and I get that he was a defensive liability and all that, but how do you replace 39 goals?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's just a shame that he couldn't start doing what Tocchet wanted him to do. But Tocchet's gone now. Maybe we'll get Kuzmenko back. I've been hearing rumblings that it may be, but I don't know how they're going to make it happen. But you know,
what's the rumblings? Let's rumblings.
Oh, that is Kuzmenko. Wait, sorry, I could be wrong. Forgive me. Is Kuzmenko already signed a new deal with somebody?
Yes, he has.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Never mind. That's off the table then.
Yeah, he's gone back to LA.
Oh, okay, he re-signed with LA. All right, forgive me. But yeah, I mean, looking at the lineup, I think we still need one more guy, I think, to round up the scoring. Hopefully, I mean, I'm looking at this now. Nils, him and Nils have some chemistry. Hopefully, maybe they can do that. What I was saying when on our last stream with Whit here, I really like our lineup, our forward lineup, because it sounds like we have some very fluid lineups here, fluid lines here. We can mix and match. Like these, there doesn't have to be set top lines. I think there's a lot of opportunity to mix and match here. Garland can sometimes slot in as the first line. And yeah, Nils Höglander come in to first and second line to play with Petey maybe. I just think we have some, well, that was when we had Dakota actually, but now we got rid of Dakota and it just kind of looks a little thin, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if you put Höglander up there, that means you move DeBrusk and Kane down, and all of a sudden there's better depth on the third and second line. So that's not as bad of an option.
Yeah, and if you want to put Kane on the third line as a grinder kind of position, you can do that too.
Totally. You could even keep him there and put DeBrusk on that third line.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of fluidity in our lineup right now, I think. And I think Foot's going to have a good time putting in some blenders and trying different combinations and seeing what clicks.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this a little bit. I mean, I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, I think we're feeling about 7.5 out of 10 on this lineup right now.
Totally.
Yeah. I'm excited about Ratu. I think he's going to take another step. I've been saying that because he showed promise from the end of the season last year. I'm excited to see what he's got to bring to the table this year.
The only line I don't want, maybe I should bring this back up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is Höglander, Pettersson, and Garland. That, to me, they're just too small.
Too small, but speedy.
And at least he has 2 forwards that will go into the dirty areas.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's not the one that I'm wanting to see a lot of. Maybe just a little bit of.
What is the? Yeah, Harry. This is what I was going to ask just now. Petey at the point, really? Okay. Hedl in center.
See, I think they got this wrong because Besser always plays on the left or in the middle.
Yeah.
And Pettersson usually plays on that side. So I think they got this off.
Man, that first line power play just doesn't look as effective without JT. I hate to keep bringing
you're right. We could talk all day about that.
It's just missing that one more extra element, that shot, the quarterbacking. I feel like Hedl's not going to give you any of that. Hell no.
But again, looks like he's working out pretty good right now too. Okay, let's dive into some comments. I'm sorry, Chad. I've neglected you tonight, but I've just been so excited to have Jordan here.
Well, dude, 45 minutes just blew by.
Right. Yeah. So Rod's the first guy in here. Go Canucks, go. Callum, too late for him to stay here tonight, but let's go Canucks. Thanks, Callum, for showing up. River Rat is here from Dover, Tennessee.
Cool.
Welcome. That's cool, man. That's cool. So we
Tennessee
got Murray from New
Canucks
Zealand,
fans?
right? You've got River Rat that comes in a lot. I'm having New Jersey Devil fans coming into my stuff because I unlocked that New Jersey Devils jersey.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you put like hashtag New Jersey Devils on the video title
or something? I don't know.
That's awesome. Are you ever going to wear that jersey again, Rev?
Well, it feels just wrong every time I wear it.
Maybe don't wear it on stream. You just wear it.
I'm going to wear it probably every time we talk about the Hughes brothers conversation.
Okay, fair.
But people get so angry, it's ridiculous. It's like, wow.
Just to clarify, I wasn't that mad when I put a comment on your stream that day.
No, you weren't. I know you weren't mad. I know where you come from. Okay, Alfred says, my take on the whole Petey revenge thing is that it's all rough. All I want to see is just like ball bark, no bite. Okay, yes. He wants to see some bite. Yeah, that's what Jordan's been saying too.
Alfred, you put that in my comments too. I was like, I think I know what you mean.
He's loving the beard there, though.
Oh, yes. My girlfriend over here, she said that I should grow it out. So I don't know what she's trying to achieve, but she says she likes it. So I'm growing it out a little bit.
Happy wife, happy life, brother.
Apparently, yes.
Okay, so Galactic, he says best thing that would be Pettersson showing up in Vader costume game 1 of the season.
Yes,
that would be awesome.
Or a Shredder costume. That would be so funny.
Maybe you need to show up in a Shredder costume. That'd be awesome.
Yes, I would like a Shredder costume, actually.
Shane's here. Good to see you. Jesse, Pettersson's still one of my favorites, and a comeback season would be awesome. I agree.
Yes, I still believe in him. Okay, I haven't given up on him. I saw what he's capable of. Okay, guys, let's remember what he's capable of on his rookie year when he was still a scrawny little pipsqueak. He was lighting it up. So imagine if he gets a little stronger, gets a little more confident, dude. Hopefully, we're gonna see that guy again.
Yeah, the only thing is, like, I was thinking about, like, people are asking me, like, on my outro that I do, it says my favorite current Canuck, and it has JT Miller. I was like, you got to change that. Yeah, I'll change before the season starts. Don't worry, everyone.
Ooh,
but I'm like thinking, where would I have Pettersson on my favorite Canuck on this current roster?
Oh, current roster, not all time.
And I bet you he's 5 or 6, maybe 7.
Rev, you are a tough customer when it comes to Petey. Who's ahead of him? 5 or 6?
Everybody. Okay, Hughes. This in no particular other than Hughes is number 1.
Okay, sure.
So Hughes, I like Besser better. I like Garland better. I like Demko better. I like I don't like DeBrusque better. I don't like Kane better.
Sherwood.
Like better.
Sherwood.
Yes, I enjoy watching Sherwood more.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's where I'm at.
You know what, Trev? He's gonna change your mind this year.
I hope he does.
He's gonna catapult himself to second or third. Okay. Oh, that'll be the day when we see.
Listen, if Zadorov and Miller was there still, he'd be
he'd be even further lower.
Okay, so Galactic says he had an early midlife crisis with all the money. Hopefully, he gets it into gear this season.
Yes, fair? I think that has something to do with it. Like if any of us got paid $11 million today and signed a contract to get $11 million for 8 years, take a little sit back just for a little bit, probably. Okay, you're chillaxing, right? But obviously, that's not what everyone wants to see. You still got to perform. But hopefully, he's not a Louis Eriksson 2.0.
Right. Okay. Christopher says he needs to get at least a point per game, but I'm not confident he'll achieve that. That's a fair comment. I'm in the same boat there. So I just said I'll be happy with 70 points. I just think that's too low personally, but
we know he's skilled defensively. We know that. That's not what we're paying him $11 million for.
Hey, this is a massive comment right here. The line change, love the thumbnails. I think line change is one of the best thumbnails in the game. And
competition.
I'm thankful. That's
what's going on, Tyler. Good to see you.
Yeah, Tyler's the man. Okay. Alfred says, I think Pettersson, the forward, will have a bounce back year. I'd say 70 to 90 points is a bounce back year. 70 is just low for me.
70 is low, man. 70 is way too low. We got to have some more higher expectations from this guy. I just wanted to say, Tyler, everyone check out the Line Changes podcast, guys. He's getting some heavy hitters onto his show now.
It's crazy.
Pretty impressive. Who did you have last time? It was Jeff Pettersson you had on recently. That's a big get, man. That's awesome.
But you know who he hasn't had?
Canucks
uncensored. And that's where he's failing. I'm just saying.
I think that needs to happen, Tyler. Let's make that happen.
You guys got to hook up. Okay. All right. Brian says 82 points in all 82 games.
Yeah, okay, let's hope so. Yeah, that would be great.
We know this guy. Japan 4. Sulky winners have to have a lot of points as well to even to win that award.
That's true. That's a good point.
Coach Rob's in the building. Good to have you here, Coach Rob. Roy Hall says, this might not be a true bounce back expectation, but I want to see EP40 carry the Canucks on his back. I used to think he was capable of that.
Totally. We were convinced that after that rookie season, we were convinced this guy can do it. This guy can carry a team. Yeah.
When he gets 102 points, we're like, whew, we're blessed, right?
Yep.
Do they track a stat for falling down? Nope, they don't. A lot of people.
If they did, he'd be one of the league leaders for sure.
Yeah, the Bambi rule. Bambi totally. Stat track. Okay, I got to be careful because I can go down the rabbit hole of being negative. We're stuck with EP40, so I want him to bounce back. Yeah, we are stuck. I thought for sure we were going to trade him at the deadline. I was saying, and I went on to every single one of your videos and posted trade EP40.
Yeah, you did. You sure did.
True fact. Because once that no trade clause or no movement clause kicked in, well, this is it. He better be the guy.
Yep.
And so we're stuck.
Isn't this funny that the sentiment is that we're stuck with him? Oh God, it's
bad.
It's bad, man.
Hughes is the only player that I believe can put the team on his back. I agree with that statement. If Petey became that again, that'd be awesome. I agree.
We have Petey and Hughes firing at all cylinders. That's we can only dream. Let's hope it happens.
Haters gonna hate, Jordan. He loves your work. I know
haters are gonna hate.
You guys, you and Whit do great work.
Thanks, guys. Well, we've been kind of on a hiatus. Whit's been in Taiwan and on his honeymoon and just got married, so He's having a good time right now, but he's still finding some time to sneak in a little bit of infographics here and put up some content.
I saw that.
All right, so well, once he gets back, we'll probably do a show.
We're all way too addicted.
I know, man. It's ridiculous.
Okay. At least a point a game. If that's 60 or 82, he may miss some games. I hope he doesn't have injury issues, but I hear what you're saying, Galactic.
Oh, hopefully all the workouts he's doing and getting broader is going to help him.
Right. It's not a Petey will bounce back. He has to bounce back, Tyler says.
Yeah.
Petey admitted it got to his head. Okay, that's good.
I mean, that's good. This is all the things we want to hear. Yeah. Acknowledge what happened and show accountability.
Yeah. Willie says, excellent point. Last year's team was still nearly a playoff team in spite of having heroic levels of dysfunction and bad luck. And I would say crazy levels, the most difficult injuries for the NHL. All of our players got injured that were significant and had good roles, like Hronek. Not only Hughes and Pettersson and those guys, but we're talking everyone, I believe, except for DeBrusk and Garland, were the only two guys that played full seasons. There might have been a guy I'm missing, but Demko, everyone got hurt. Sherwood,
you know what?
Sherwood?
I think so. I don't think he missed many games, but you're right. It's kind of crazy that I kind of forget sometimes that they were so close on the playoff bubble, like four wins out, and we just. We're just looking back at last season. It was just everything went wrong that we forget sometimes how close they actually were to the playoffs. But
everyone's going to remember Jordan last year as it being the rift year.
Yes,
I'm going to remember it as the
everyone's going to remember it as that.
I'm going to remember it as the injury year, and also how many games that we had 1 point in those overtime losses instead of winning those games.
100%.
That was the difference. And a lot of people said, hey, and I'm like, I'd rather get 1 point than 0 points. And
yeah,
it's true.
For sure.
But eventually you got to win some of those games. So
yeah, those extra points costed you, man.
Totally.
It's also going to be the year they traded JT.
Yeah.
80
has to be the minimum in line change. I hear you.
Yep.
Okay, Dreamer says one of the signs of a possible injury was the falling. Hopefully, as a bounce back season, playing as a top line player at 85 plus points. That's good. He's saying bare minimum has to be 70, but we need 100-point PD. I don't know if is that realistic. Is he a 100-point guy per season?
He's shown that he has, Rev.
Right? So did JT Miller.
Yeah.
JT Miller has shown way more offensive prowess than Pettersson, and how many people are going to say that JT Miller is going to have another 100-point season again? JT Miller had 104 points, and then he had 99 points that 1 year.
Petey
so I'm just going to give 200-point years.
Nice. Petey's also a lot younger. He's got more years to do.
True.
All right. And yes, I agree with Jesse here. I would love it if Kane works out. I would love it. I'm really glad he's here. The more I think about it, I'm really glad Kane's here. He's back home. He's motivated to show that he's still a player. I think hometown boost is going to. I'm hoping this is going to happen. But yeah, I'm hoping a hometown boost is going to be good for Kane. I think he's going to be a fan favorite if he starts to light it up.
My buddy Corwin, just met him this week again. We've got lots of history. Years together, diehard Canucks fan, good dude.
Nice.
Strong on his skates and not getting knocked down so much. Love to see 90 to 100 points. That's his bounce back definition. I like that, Corwin. I've talked to Corwin about coming on the show too. Hopefully we can work that out. That'd be great. His passion is something else.
Oh
yeah, he's diehard fan of the Canucks. Like awesome.
Oh, I was wondering what his passion for something else was.
No, the Canucks.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Hey, yeah,
he's a sports fan. More passionate Canucks fans. That's what we need.
Thanks, Tyler, for the donation. Petey needs to channel his inner Anakin Skywalker. Let's
totally.
Go. Did you know that Anakin Skywalker, according to Jim Lucas, was actually the main character of the whole series?
George Lucas?
Did I say George or Jim?
You said Jim Lucas. Okay, but you meant George.
That's another guy I know.
I didn't know that. Well, that does make sense.
George Lucas.
Thinking back on it, that does make sense. I mean, Luke was only in the. Well, actually, Luke would have been in the same. Oh no, Vader was in the last ones too. Was he?
But
not?
he was saying that Vader is the chosen one.
Jay's. Oh. Well, he at the beginning they thought he was. Qui-Gon thought he was the chosen one. Yoda wasn't sure, right? I don't know if he was the chosen one. He turned into a Sith though. So he can't be the chosen one.
Jack's our defense was terrible in 2022, 2023. Sean Big Johnson says, show him some evidence right now that Pettersson is not a good defensive player.
Oh,
No.
We never said that.
I didn't say that.
We never said that.
I said that our management both said that he was not a complete player, which meant there. So please don't twist my words.
Evidence right now that Pettersson is not a good defensive player. Okay. Well, we didn't say that. We did say that he's -10 last year. I think
defensive analytics confirmed that he was 10th best forward in the NHL this year. Just a side note, he only played 64 games. I mean, okay.
Okay, all right. I'm sure Sean has a lot more. We've seen him in our chats too, defending Petey to the grave.
Yeah, Petey police for sure. Okay. And Demko hurt the most season. Yep.
Well, okay, yeah. Well,
go ahead.
Let's talk about hey, are we gonna see Demko not be hurt this season? That's an even bigger question to me. Like, yeah, I think
that's the big one.
Yeah, I would think it's probably a higher shot that Petey's gonna bounce back than Demko being injury free.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but the writing is on the wall about that, man.
Okay, so I missed that Petey ripper. He has to have conviction to rip that again. I agree. Yes. Alfred also says, hey, Rev, do you think Petey will say my contract sucks?
Maybe eventually when he's trying to get his ass out of here.
Yeah.
When he's not performing. Oh, man, that would be hilarious. I would love it if he says that.
Yeah. Okay, there are so many comments. I'm just going to keep scrolling down. Tony, good to see you. He's going to get 120 points this year.
Wow. Okay. All right.
And then everyone's going to come. I told you. Like, no, you didn't. No one. Only Tony said 120.
Yeah. Oh, the Petey police will come arrest you if that happens.
Look at this though.
Here we go. Big shot. Here we go. JR did say Petey needs to be more of a complete player, but wasn't talking about defensively. He wanted Petey to play more like Crosby and Yzerman. Both can play a game in any way they want to.
No, he didn't. I
did say Petey needs to be more of a complete player. Okay. Well, I guess, hey, let's go ask JR.
Sure. Okay, but okay, so we're comparing Pettersson to Crosby and Yzerman. Come on.
Crosby, maybe. Yzerman,
Well, even he'll never be as good as those guys. Never.
Oh, let's never say never. Hopefully.
Well, I just did.
Yeah, I know.
Come on. Are we gonna? Crosby could be in the top 5 of the greatest players of all time. His size alone, and you're talking Yzerman. Wow, one of the greatest scorers. If you look at his stats, I think he's in the top 5 to 7 of greatest point scorers of all time. Then talk about their grittiness and their work ethics. This is not even in the same conversation, in my opinion.
Work ethic for sure. Yeah, we haven't seen it.
Those guys didn't. I mean, when Crosby was young, he got knocked over all the time. People are cheap shotting him all the time.
Yeah,
but he didn't just fall over. He was a strong kid, and look at him now. Like he's been a strong guy the whole time.
He wanted Petey to play more like Crosby and Yzerman. Just fair, sure. We all want him to play more like Crosby and Yzerman. Who doesn't? Both can play the game any way they want to. Sure.
Miller, you were the chosen one.
You were the chosen.
That is probably the best one.
You were the chosen one, and you didn't show up at camp.
Look at this. Revenge of the Nerds EP40 edition.
Nice.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
Tony. Dang.
Yeah, great dude.
120 points.
Okay. Let's go down and get some guys who haven't been in here yet. They'll shuffle, but I feel like first line displayed is DeBrusk, Pettersson, and Besser is really slow. What are your thoughts on that?
It is rather slow. It's true. Hopefully, Petey works on his foot speed this year. Revenge of the Nerds.
TM, that's awesome. Angelo's not optimistic about this year. I don't know if you've known this. This year, his team. This team sucks. Okay.
You could be right. You know, like we're not seeing outside of Evander Kane, not seeing very much of an upgrade.
Pettersson, it's true, had one bad year, and it's not like he did this. I agree. That's why I wanted to show that graphic.
Sure.
Okay. Weight wasn't the issue when he got 102 points. Solid.
Exactly.
Counter.
Exactly.
Pettersson has had 1.5 good years. Wow.
Woo.
I would give him a full 2, over his whole thing. I don't know. I'm not that negative on that. I actually think his first 2 years were really good.
Yeah, his rookie season, dude, he was amazing. And then he had the 100-point year. I think that's 2 solid years of good Pettersson.
At least. I would even say maybe 3. See? I'm not as negative as you think.
That is Kempner giving him an extra year, guys.
Oh, let's make it happen, Jordan. You just made the list.
Perfect. Let's make it happen.
I haven't even been on there either. So
yeah,
I think I've had him on mine. I think.
Tyler actually had Rob Talks Hockey. Had something. The other Abbotsford Canuck guy, I think. No, someone from Canucks Army, Dave Hall or something.
And
some heavy hitters, man.
Pettersson, I like this.
100 points. All right.
Let's go. Kane on line 2 would be a better point producer than Petey on line 1. Oh, jeez.
Let's hope that's not the case. But yes, I do hope Kane comes in and shows that he's still got it. That would be cool, but not out producing Petey. Come on, let's get them having around the same amount of points. Come on.
Technically, the story is told from the perspective of R2D2. I've never heard that one. That's news to me.
He's in every movie, is he not? I can't remember one that he's not in.
Was he in Solo?
Oh, I don't count that.
What?
He's been in, yeah. Well, okay, that's one of the spin-off movies, right? I'm talking about the main 9.
It's where Chewbacca's in the pit and rips off the arms and I
haven't seen that one yet. I should watch it.
You gotta see it.
Yeah. Okay. If Harrison Ford is not in it, I'm not interested.
He's not in most of them. A lot of them now, right?
I know.
Okay, listen.
It's about a young Han Solo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They should have superimposed whatever it is.
They may have done it. I just can't remember. I can barely remember last week.
I hope he looks like him.
It's the story of where he gets together with Chewbacca and how they're epic. It's
okay.
Everyone poo-poos on this one. I loved it. It's like not Rogue One level for me, but it's up there. I mean,
I like Rogue One. I watched Rogue One. I should check out the Han Solo one. I just wanted Harrison Ford to be in it.
Also, Palpatine was alive during all the Skywalker family, survived longer. Also, that's awkward and true. Rey was also Palpatine, not a Skywalker. Lame but true. I agree. Lame but true.
Rey is a Palpatine?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it's in the last big movie.
Oh, that's how much attention I paid for the last 2 movies. Okay. She's a Palpatine? What the hell? Okay.
I think it's hilarious. You're like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. It's like, say what? One of the biggest twists of the whole series.
I gotta watch the last 3 again. Okay, I'll give the last 3
another chance again. When she goes down to that wherever they are, where all the ships are that all now have Death Star availability to blow up every planet.
Okay.
Stupid stuff.
Man, they made her a Palpatine. Oh, of course they did. Okay. Makes sense. They have to have a Jedi person overcome the Palpatine powers, I guess. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, here. This one's a good one. By the way, thanks so much for the donation, Clems. During Yzerman's career, people did doubt he could bring a cup to Detroit. And then he turned into one of the greatest captains in NHL history.
I do remember there was rumblings that Yzerman was always under the microscope as being a guy who couldn't get it done. Totally showed them.
Not saying he was bad. There was doubt. Okay. Yep. There was doubt indeed. Okay. Yep. I'd like to see them. Gary says try Kane with Pettersson. Sherwood popped off on Petey's line last season, and Kane has a similar play style, but plus arguably better offensive pedigree, 20 to 25 goals. I'm hoping that Kane gets 30, but it might be too greedy for me.
Maybe a little bit, but I'm excited for him. I think, like I said earlier, him being in his hometown, I think that's going to give him some extra motivation.
Bro got a new camera. Why does he look so crisp? Was he talking about you? Me? I think we both look good. He's got to be talking about me. Yeah. Probably because Whit and I have been having some technical difficulties the last few streams. Our quality hasn't been very good, but thanks for calling us out, Calvin. Don't worry, we hear you. This one's hilarious, I think. Please,
Sean, again. Here we go.
Please stop saying that Petey hasn't played well since the 2024 All-Star break. He literally hasn't. I don't know what team you're watching. I don't know. He's been terrible since then.
Well, yeah, but what he's saying supports what you say. Please stop saying Petey hasn't played well since 2024 All-Star break. Petey had 26 points in his first 26 games. Yeah, we were saying he was good until the All-Star break. Yeah, Sean, we're on the same page. Perfect.
I think he's confused. He definitely looks uncensored now.
Yeah, with the beard going on too. Totally.
Okay. Jordan needs to watch the last movie, I guess. Yeah,
I do. I'll rewatch the last ones.
No one doubted Yzerman, only idiots did. I don't know.
A lot of people doubted Yzerman.
This is what Calvin says. I think Sean means he picked up at the end of the season last year. Maybe that's what it means. I don't know.
Did he? If he did, I think a lot of us completely missed it because where was he? He even sat out the last couple games, did he not? Because he was like injured or something. Yeah, he even picked it up here and there from a few games here and there, but certainly wasn't anything to be impressed about.
Rome says I'd settle for a point per game if Petey's defensive game is elite. Yep, I'm cool with that too.
Point per game, sure. Okay. Anything a little bit less than point per game? No.
Jordan, what about this? And this maybe we'll end with this because we're at an hour and 8 minutes. You've been a champ. Didn't Pettersson have a knee injury during that time?
He had a knee injury during some time. We don't know which time it's being specified about right now, but definitely he had some injuries.
So if that's the case, and he brings it up here, instead of resting him, they decided to manage it instead. I'm just saying, if it was bad enough, they would have sat him, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do remember. Yeah, there was all this rumbling that he's hurt, and then they're not resting him for whatever reason. And I remember thinking during the season, okay, if he's not hurt, if he's not healthy, why is he playing? He shouldn't be playing.
So interesting. Let's just pause on this just for a second.
Yeah.
End of season talks. Nobody mentions Pettersson's injury. Not the management, not the coaches, nobody. All the other players, they lost in the playoffs, and they said, Hughes didn't say, those aren't the excuses I want to use, blah, blah, blah. And then Pettersson gets up there and says, I've been battling something, right? And nobody else confirms that. Nobody. So I'm sitting there going, this is strange.
Who do we believe?
Yeah, and so wouldn't the coaches say, yeah, you know, he was battling something, or even after that, now the cat's out of the bag, that it was Pettersson's story to tell?
This organization has just been like, I don't understand them sometimes. They just do things that don't make sense.
Yeah. Okay. Gary says Petey's soft spot is between the ears. A lot of people say that. So I don't know if that's true. It's too hard to tell. Okay. An hour and 10 minutes, way longer than I was anticipating. Thank you so much, Jordan, for being here.
Well, thank you, Rev, for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a blast. Everyone, hit the like and subscribe, especially on Canucks Uncensored, and just love what's going on here. There's not a lot to talk about, man. We did an hour and 10 minutes with nothing going on in the NHL.
Nothing going on, and we've been able to talk. Well, Petey always gets us going, doesn't he?
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you had a great day. I've got a Demko Lankinen video coming out.
Ooh,
I'm having an issue with putting a couple of videos together. So I've got to work on that, but that will be out in the next day or two. And so look forward to that. It's not going to be a live stream. It's going to be just a video that's released. And I know that Canucks Uncensored always has good content coming up as well. So make sure you're following them on Instagram, YouTube, and all their socials. So
thanks for that, Rev. And you guys, everyone, make sure like and subscribe. Kempner, he is always grinding, always putting in the work, even when there's nothing to talk about. Yeah, we can't keep up with him, man. Every week he's putting out at least 2 or 3 videos. So give him the support, give him the likes and subscribe, and ask him about his hat, please.
That's a good point. That's
Absolutely.
a good point.
You haven't done the hat
plug here just for a second.
Nice.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, Rev. Have a good night, guys.